Good morning, Scotland and Catalonia. This is David Raventos. Today is the 13th day on my hunger strike to demand the unilateral declaration of independence both in Scotland and Catalonia. I apologize if my English starts getting a bit blurry, but it's my third language and these 13 days are taking a toll on me, but I'll try to do something decent because you deserve it. This video is about The National. The National, a newspaper that is supposed to dedicate itself to the cause of independence, but contrary to what would have been normally if somebody wanted to help the cause of independence, would have set up the newspaper before the referendum where it could have pushed together. I find it weird, to say the least, that it was set up after the referendum, where it doesn't help anything else but to promote the agenda of the so-called independentists, but they never give you independence. More funny or more curious, I found that previous or contemporary to the launching of The National, Facebook activists were pushing everybody to join The National to buy it. These people are the same people that pushed everybody to join the SNP in a campaign that was organized in Westminster. It should open your minds, and you should start being critical about how a party that loses a referendum multiplies by 5 or 6, I don't know the number of membership. So we're gonna cheer for those that were not able to deliver? Weird, to say the least. So then you have these same people pushing you to join the SNP. We have the SNP in a conference pushing for people and presenting The National, which has the same name of the party, so it stands to reason. And then we have a newspaper that is set up after a referendum. Well, you should be making questions. Everybody should be making questions about that. Especially when the people promoting it's the same that push for you to be in the SNP, it's the same people that pushes for The National, and it's the same people that has been pushing for this very wrong, ill-conceived and Westminster organized campaign to give SNP votes 1 and 2. Which has proven a very wrong strategy. Well, it has proven a very right strategy. The problem is it was the strategy of your enemies. Okay, but coming back to The National. I think everybody, and I think there should be at least one, it surprised me this thing that was set up after. So, you know, I'm a curious person and I'm not scared to find the truth. So, the people that support me and me started guessing. Yeah, we found that it belongs to the NewsQuest Limited company, but when you just tick once more, so it's not really rocket science, you tick once more and you see that the parent company is Gannett Group. And oh, surprise, surprise, this Gannett Group headquarters are in Langley, Virginia, only 4 miles away from the headquarters of the CIA. Peculiar. But not only that, but the links with CIA are stronger because Gannett owns the USA Today that is mentioned widely in investigative journalism as being part of the CIA network of communication media. And not only that, but other articles put Gannett in contact with the Department of Homeland Security. Why should a newspaper, a group with links to the CIA, both geographical by the things they own, United States, NATO that doesn't want independence, why should they be running a newspaper to promote independence? It seems, as always, that they're playing both sides of the story. It's two puppets. They play the unionist puppet, they have the independentist puppet, but independence never comes. And another interesting thing, some years ago, Gannett Group shared chief executive officer with none other than Lockheed Martin. Then who's Lockheed Martin? Lockheed Martin is one of the biggest weapon makers in the world, and specifically is a weapon provider of, guess what? Trident nuclear submarines. Then, it's a bit fishy, isn't it? But what's more fishy is it probably the first time you hear about these things? It's not normal that in a democracy somebody else who gets paid to be a journalist would have come out with these things? Well, nobody has told you because the whole system is rigged. Your political parties work for the other side, your media work for the other side, your organizations work for the other side, and your social media is controlled by people working for the other side. And that's a matter of, there's only 3 positions here. You form part of the rigging, and you keep doing what you try, but it doesn't matter because people have realized the truth, so we're going to bring you down. So you better come out and give your names and try to be safe. Secondly, you stay on your keyboard or your armchair, comfortably sitting, but at least doesn't become a burden to those of us who are going to do the deed. Or third, you come out of home, stop waving flags, stop doing all these things patriotistic that doesn't bring independence, and help us to make sure we get independence as soon as possible. We'll win. Guanyarem.